Welcome back, traders, to this week's installment on Xauusd forecast today, managing a small account. Now, I've been gone for a hot minute, so with that, my apologies. I do apologize for that, but I'm here now, so that's the main thing. I'm back, and obviously we're going to pick up from where we left off, and I'm going to be discussing a few things that have taken place on this account. As you can see, if we look over here in this corner right here in terms of balance, you can see that the balance is a little bit lower than it should be. I mean, it's great that price is up now, so we're doing good in terms of overall profit, but however, we have been getting slapped around in the market a fair bit, and hopefully we're going to be able to recover enough today and tomorrow so that this month would have been a profitable month in regards to trading gold. Now, do you know what? I actually should have really fixed this chart. Just bear me a moment. Let me just... Okay, yeah, much better. All right. So, let me see if you can see all of the previous history of trades that we did that went horrible. All right. So, in a nutshell, in this area over here, right, we made a whole bunch of terrible mistakes in trades that essentially drove the balance down to the level where we are at right here. And the only reason why it's not lower, because at some point last week I actually jumped into Euro USD and I took a trade and I was able to get it back from £50 back to 52. So this is where we are right now. And if I close out this position that I'm in right now, we'd be looking at £63, but hopefully I'm hoping that market is going to give us a lot more profit, so at least I can close it back in the 70s, which is where we were before I made all of these silly errors in the market that I did, which obviously it happens. It happens. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither am I expecting crazy results. The main thing is that knowing what it is that you're doing, how you're doing it, so that you're able to recover quickly. That's the most essential thing that I can impart onto all you guys watching today. So with that said and done, we're going to jump into the analysis for gold, right? So we're just going to jump into that real quick. Okay, so here we are. So we haven't done a fair bit in a hot minute, right? And as you can see how the mistakes in this area was done, and that was purely down to weekly highs being taken out. That was a false weekly high being taken out. So essentially we had one over here. I thought it was going up. I locked in, put in my stop. Market went in, came all the way down, then shook me out. Attempted the same thing again somewhere in this area with a sell, and then it went up and then it shook me out. Then I decided, you know what, let me jump into Euro USD and see what I can do there. And then I was able to make a bit of a recovery, and then obviously yesterday saw an opportunity in this area over here in regards to selling the market, and I took that, and now we have somewhat of a good result in terms of what we've been able to achieve so far. So we're going to see how that plays out. Now, with that said and done, let's get to the analysis for this week, because we haven't done one. So let's just have a look to see what we can do. Okay, so first things first, let's just separate out the weeks. Let me go into an hour actually. Just bring this back. I'm going to get rid of this one over here because we don't need that anymore. Okay, so we've got one for the week, and we can see that from this week, from Monday, the high of last week was maintained for this week, right? So that's it over here. And what I like to point out in this video as well is that the weekly highs and the weekly lows, okay, although they do work, you do kind of need to exercise a bit of caution with them, as clearly stated by the errors that was made last week in regards to trying to trade that particular situation, because we made a whole bunch of mistakes in this area, right? I put in a buy over here, I was profitable for a bit, took my eye off the ball, came back, I was negative, was shaking out. The following day around here somewhere, right? Then I decided to put in a sell because I was like, okay, cool, looks like market wants to go down, and I had a number of indicators to say that market wanted to go down. So if we go back in here, right, if I just zoom this back a bit, okay, we can see that this parabolic move to the downside, I pretty much saw it as a confirmation that price wanted to go down even lower. Okay, that's how I saw it anyways, and it turned out not to be the case. So when I jumped in with another sell, price went up and then shook me out. So that was that, and naturally we're now back in again. Sorry for the waffle, but I just thought I'd do my best to try to explain it as best as I can. So we're gonna push back these weekly highs over here because they're no longer relevant right now. Let's get rid of this level over here, and we're gonna push this weekly low back a bit. Because that's not really relevant right now either. And what we are interested in is the new weekly low and the new weekly high for last week. So that would be week commencing the 17th of Feb. And we have these two right here. So we're just going to assign a little label to that, weekly low. And then we're going to move this label, assign it to this, so at least we've got the numbers as to what we need to keep an eye out for this week. And I believe, just looking at what I'm looking at right now, that the weekly low of last week has been taken out. So I'm right in facing the direction that I'm facing in. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So the weekly low in question that's just been taken out not too long ago, taken out today, is 28.7822. That's this level that I'm talking about right here. And the weekly high that we have for last week, that was at 29.55.46. Okay, so we have this level right here that's just been taken out over here. Okay, I'm sitting in with a sell that I locked in yesterday, so I'm expecting price to go a little bit lower. Only time will tell. Let's see if you've got any news coming out for tomorrow. Let me just have a quick look. Okay. So I'm just having a look to see if we've got any news for tomorrow in regards to gold. Okay, so this one is not too important. Chicago PMI, and obviously data in relation to oil. So I don't think we have anything coming out tomorrow. So I would expect market to continue in its direction, moving downwards. Obviously that could change, but I'm hoping it's going to push down some more. And if it does, happy days, right? Because like I said, we do have this weekly low over here that has just been taken out. Okay, so we have a solid move to the downside, okay, and a close under it. And now price is now looking like it wants to come back into it again. But like I say, with the weekly highs and weekly lows, you do want to be careful and apply other technical skills that you have on them to make sure that you don't make mistakes, because it's not all the time that they're dead on, but most of the time they are, right? So as it stands, I expect gold to continue to sell off, right? But like I've been saying for the longest, right, this number right here, 3K, I think that's the target where gold actually wants to go to. So if you are thinking of selling the market, and once again, not financial advice, right? If you are thinking about selling the market, just be mindful that with how market is currently behaving and its close proximity to this price number right here, which is 3K, okay, prepare yourself for a turnaround. And depending on how low it goes, it could be nice profits on its way to the upside. So just be mindful of these things as we go into tomorrow, right? And obviously as we go into next week. So with all of that said and done, if you find the content that I've just shared with you right now useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and drop us a like. I drop videos every week. Sometimes it's a lot of videos throughout the week. Sometimes you might get 2, sometimes you might get 3, but I'd aim to try to drop videos in a week, right? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification. That way, when I drop a video, okay, especially if you want to watch my videos, if I drop a video and you are subscribed and you have the notification turned on, okay, you would know that that video is there, all right? So with all of that said and done, I will see all of you lovely people again on the next one.